Mo says, hello, Dutch and James. Happy 2025. Happy New Year, Dutch. I haven't even said that yet, for goodness sake. Ric Flair came out recently saying he wants one more match. And I think maybe the ugly jungle robe he spent all the money on, he wants more. Maybe Ric Flair could face Eric Bischoff or Vince Russo or Jim Herd at WrestleMania. But yeah, Ric Flair has come out once again saying he feels great and he wants one more match.
Okay, if you look at that the way it's written, every word has a capital letter. Every word.
Ah.
Did you notice that?
I didn't notice that.
But see, when he comes out with something that he wants some feedback on, that's the way it's written. And I think, how about you told me you think Rick does this himself?
Yeah, I think he does the tweeting himself. I think it takes him half an hour though. Shift.
No, well, I think he's got some guy who does it for him.
Just as illiterate as him.
I guess, because I don't know what kind of feedback he got on this, but I went, wait a minute, this has Flair's fingerprints all over it. But if he thinks he has one more match, he'll still draw a half-decent crowd anyway. I think the last one he had was the one in Nashville, and I think it seats about, 6,500 or something like that. The old Nashville Auditorium downtown, it seats about 6,500 people. And of course, he had Undertaker there and a lot of other people, wrestlers there, just to see his last match. That was the match we thought he was going to legitimately die in, because he was in there with Jeff and Jay.
Lethal.
His Jay Lethal, he was in there with them, and they were doing the match. But when Rick got in there, I swear to God, he couldn't hardly walk. It was actually embarrassing. But you can't embarrass Flair any more than he's been embarrassed. So I think he's putting it out there to see what kind of feedback he has and see if they can maybe go one more time. And there's still some decent money in it for him. So. But
do you think the memory is distant enough? Do you think, well, no. He had drop foot or whatever, and yeah, he may have had just, a slight heart attack during the match. But you know what? There's been another 2 years intervening.
Oh, yeah. I feel a hell of a lot better now.
Yeah.
And
another 2 years solid drinking. That'll do it.
Yeah. And I'm going to try it one more damn time, damn it, and see if I can make a few bucks. Now, he did well the last time. They give it enough time. And I'm wondering if he wants to do another match, would Conrad Thompson be involved in this?
That's a good question. I'd have to ask. My guess would be no.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be involved in it either. But if he has one more match in him, I'd hate to see it, because I think that his last one kind of was a coup de grace. I think it finished him off.
I want to think of the mindset of somebody who would look at that match and think, do you know what? I've got one more left in me.
Yeah, I want to see another one. I want to see it one more time. But I do think he has a closet secret. I think he actually wants to die in the ring. I think that's how he wants it to wrap up, I guess. I don't know.
He wants to do the old Mickey Rourke thing in The Wrestler.
Did you see that movie?
Yeah, I watched it. Someone gave me a hooky DVD of it, a dodgy copy.
But okay, how do you know that Mickey Rourke died at the end?
It is implied he does the splash off the top and then it goes to black. And doesn't he have doesn't he have a pacemaker or a heart condition or something like that? Just like
something like that. And I hated that movie. There was no high spots in it. It was just gloomy all the way through it. But anyway, regardless of that, Rick, just be careful what you wish for. You may get it.
So, apparently Flair also said that there's no way this match could be in AEW, because once Tony Khan found out that Flair was on blood thinners, he said absolutely not. I mean, the pacemaker wasn't a big... Or the last match. I saw the last match. He looked terrible in it. But, yeah.
He's on blood thinners. What does that do?
Thins your blood. Keeps
it from clotting?
Yes. He'll be on statins or something, I guess.
And I didn't even know that. I do now. Yeah. But, if I was, put yourself in the place of a promoter and you have a talent that has health problems, and all of a sudden you know that he's got a pacemaker and he's on blood thinners, would you book him in a match? You know, if you knew that and they came back and sued you, you would lose because you booked it knowing that he was hurt. And so he died, not because of his stupidity, but of yours. So you could probably lose several $1 million.
Here's a question for our legal representative. What's his name?
Oh, yeah. Adam
Burbrower.
Burbrower, my good friend.
Okay, so if you know that Ric Flair is on statins or blood thinners and he's had a heart attack the last time he attempted to wrestle, and he's clearly, he's nearly an octogenarian, and he's obviously an alcoholic of some description, I guess, and also he's had litany of other health issues. If someone, let's say he can't get insured, or the building, somehow he gets a building and insurance isn't a problem somehow, I don't know. But the wrestler who he faces, or he participates in the wrestling match with, or wrestlers, if they all know that he's at death's door, and what if someone just gives him a chop and it stops his heart, would they be culpable if they knew that his health was bad?
They would be. Because the law works in funny ways anyway. Yeah, you could make a charge. I don't know if you would get a conviction. I don't know. This is a jury trial anyway, I would assume. But if you knew the guy was in bad shape, and especially with his heart, and you give him a hard chop and all of a sudden he went, dropped over, you'd go, oh my God. Then you'd be down there going, ooh, come on, Rick, come on. And then kissing him, trying to get some air in him or something, and pushing. And then they announce, ladies and gentlemen, the time limit has expired. Hey, that's not funny. That is not funny at all. So, but yeah, I don't think he'll get another match. I think the brushback from the fans would be enough to make him stop it.
I don't think he cares about brushback of the fans. I just think he thinks there's one more
grift.
There's one more grift in this that you might be able to get 6 figures out of.
Did you call it a grift? Is that what you called it?
Yeah, that'd be such a good after that last match. Because
did you see it?
Yes, from beginning to end, I did. Yeah,
the whole pay-per-view.
No. Sorry, the full match.
Just the match. The match.
Yeah, he turned up with a t-shirt, like a vest on, and it was too long. He looked like he was wearing a dress throughout. And then, like 2 minutes in, he was like he was moving in custard. He was so slow.
Moving in what?
Like custard, molasses.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it.
But it's like you throw a chop and some sort of non-Newtonian fluid. There you go for the science geeks out there. Right. One more thing, Ric Flair said. I want to give your opinion. Get your opinion on. Ric Flair also
Did he say anything about me?
No, he probably will, though, after this comes out. He said that he no longer gives young wrestlers advice because they don't take it and would rather listen to inexperienced people or the internet. When you were still in the business, when you were in WWE, Zeb Colter, or TNA, or we're talking the last 15 years, did you find that young wrestlers were asking your opinion less?
Not really. But if I talked to them and I was trying to help them, if they didn't seem interested, then I would stop. You're on your own. If they would have to come to me. I wouldn't go to them because I wasn't an agent. And I would, sometimes if they would ask me, I would give them the answer as I understood it should be. But if they didn't want to listen, I'm not wasting my time.
You say, go talk to Flair.
Yeah, they would rather maybe... Well, I was much older than they were anyway. I can see that. They would, if they asked anybody, they would ask maybe one of the agents that's much younger. And that's okay. I got that. But usually when I would tell somebody something, I could tell them something and they would say, what does he know? Well, he's been in the damn business, since damn Adam and Eve. They would say that. And then, but when you know that a talent is not listening and is not going to follow it, why would anybody even continue to give them, advice? Because I would say, okay, I'm out of here. I'm done. Good luck. And see what he'd do on it by himself or with the help of somebody else.